It's a network that is designed to bring to you entertainment, empowerment, and education. Here at Action Require, we develop skills and talents in individual. I want to say thanks for staying tuned. Please click like and click share. Click like and click share. Click like and click share. Today we will be discussing community developments. Today we will be here discussing community developments. And I will be here in the studio with Mr. Lowell Dagbe. I will be here in the studio with Mr. Lowell Dagbe soon. He will be joining us. You can also find us on YouTube. Please, to find us on YouTube, type community leadership and initiative. Community leadership and initiative. To find us on YouTube live, community leadership and initiative. Please click like and click share. Click like and click share while we await our guest for today, Mr. Lowell Dagbe. Like I said earlier, Mr. Lowell Dagbe is one of the driving forces behind the success of this community. We want to say please click like and click share. Click like and click share. Also, if you were with us yesterday, I want to thank you for the calls, the phone calls that came in. Mr. Musa Miguel, Sis Rachel, Sis Eve. I want to thank you guys for calling. And like I said yesterday, today's topic is designed to bring awareness, more awareness to our community and developments and things that we are doing. I want to say thanks again for staying tuned. Thanks again for staying tuned. My name is Jesse. Please click like and click share. Click like and click share. We will be starting momentarily. I want to say big ups to Mr. Brown. I want to say big ups to Mr. Brown. I want to say big ups to Mr. Brown. So please click like and click share. Click like and click share. We'll be here for the next 1 hour. If you want to be a part of this show, you can also call in. Our numbers will be provided soon. You can also call in and talk to Mr. Dagbe, talk to me, talk to us. Let us know how you feel about what you will be hearing coming to you soon from Mr. Dagbe. Please, if you are also in the Triangle area, if you are here in the North Carolina Triangle area, please text somebody to log on onto Facebook. Your name is Leo Montgomery. Send me a quick friend request. Leo Montgomery, send me a quick friend request. And also, we will be on YouTube Live. We are on YouTube Live right now. It's Community Leadership and Initiative. Type the word Community Leadership and Initiative. So for today, for our words of encouragement, So most of you guys have been asking, who is Joseph Brown? Our words of encouragement will be coming by the way of Joseph Brown. Will be coming to you through Joseph Brown. So momentarily, you will be seeing Joseph Brown. I ask that you bear patient with us. So yeah, our phone lines will be given to you soon. That you will call. You will get ready to call us. So if you're in the Triangle area also, please get ready to call and talk to Mr. Dagbe. Get ready to call. Mr. Dagbe currently serves as the community board. He is the chairperson of the board of directors. Mr. Dagbe is the chairperson for that. So call him and talk to him. And Mr. Dagbe is also a member who of this community who is doing good things back home. But you will be hearing that from himself. I say big thanks to big thanks to the community president, Mr. Philip Clark, for his hard work and his unending kindness to the people of this city, this town. I want to say big thanks to also Sis Martha Dagbe. She is a frontliner. She's been working hard to make sure we live in a safe environment. Also want to recognize and say thanks to Sis Vicky Clark. She's a counselor, a woman who is all about the community, who is doing good. Miss Vicky Clark, if you have your problem and you want to talk to somebody, Miss Vicky Clark is the right person to call and talk to. Also want to send a big shout out to my big brother AB. I told AB I will be having him in the studios pretty soon. So if you want your business or whatever thing that you are doing, you want it to be advertised through Action Required Media, go ahead and give us a call. The phone lines will be open. You can also call us. I had a young man from Charlotte who called, wanted to advertise his business, African store. We did that, and we are going to do more for you guys. So if you have your business and you want us to advertise, give us a call. We will advertise your business. Also, if you have your kids, those kids that are good in their different talents, and you yourself cannot help them bring it out, we will be here. Action Require will help you. We have script writers, we have songwriters, we have events planners, when it comes to community, involvements. Yep, so that's what we do. If you want somebody to help you write your script for your movie, give us a call. We are Power Prop Network. All right. My name is Jesse. I stay humble to be your servant. Stay with us. Yeah. Stay tuned. Click like and click share. Click like and click share. I see you guys coming on. Click like and click share. Click like and click share. Let somebody know that we are on. We will be having Mr. Dagba soon in the studio. Also, let me know. Send me a message. Send me a note, a comment. If you can hear me clear, if you can hear me loud and clear, if the sounds coming to you is clear enough, please give us a message. Send us a message and let us know. Yeah, I'm playing some old school song for you guys, man. Let me know if you can hear us loud and clear. Is it good? That's the max. It's all right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with us, stay with us while we await Mr. Dagba. Don't go nowhere. All right, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying tuned. I go by the name of Jesse. Welcome to the studios of Action Require Media. Thanks for staying tuned. Please click like and click share. Send the word out. Please spread the word out. Help us spread the word out. Once again, we are here to talk about community building. If you're here, if you will be watching us and you are a community leader, Liberian community leader within the diaspora, give us a call. My guest here today will be Mr. Lowell Dagba. He will be here momentarily, shortly, to talk about our community developments. Once again, if you can hear us loud and clear, please send me a note, send me a quick message, send me a quick comment. So like I said earlier, our word of encouragement will be coming to you through Joseph Brown. Be coming to you from Joseph Brown. Please get ready to log on. The phone lines will be open for you to call 919-949-7131. 919-949-7131. Our topic for today will be community leadership and initiative. Community leadership and initiative. How to be a good leader in your community. How to be a good leader in your community. And how to take part in your community project, in a Liberian community project. How to take part. We got to be involved, you know. You got to take part in your community events. You got to be involved and be a part of our community events. So click like and click share, click like and click share, click like, click share. Tell somebody about what we're doing. Click like and click share, please. So yesterday I was talking about inventing your own hand sanitizer. I was on YouTube, I was on Facebook the other day. I was watching my brothers talking about hand sanitizer. I ain't go to school like the man said so. Yeah, so if you want to develop your own hand sanitizer, I told you you can cook the rice, make it put fufu, make it put alcohol in it. That's a good hand sanitizer you got there. Good hand sanitizer you got. Alright? Log on, please come in, click like and click share. Come on, click like and click share. We will be talking momentarily to Mr. Lowell Dagba. Mr. Lowell Dagba currently serves as the community chairperson of the board of directors. Mr. Dagba currently serves as the chairperson of the board of directors. All right. Give us a call when the phone lines become available to you. When the phone lines open, please give us a call. Write down your questions. Get ready to ask Mr. Dagba. Talk to him about our community, things that we are doing here in the community. You want to talk to Mr. Dagba? Give us a call.
Hey, you ever know to the chairman anniversary? Today is the anniversary.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say click like and click share. Thanks for tuning in here at the Action Required Media Center. Thanks for staying tuned with us. If you have your questions, please write them down. Write your questions down. Write your questions down. Please write your questions down. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thanks for staying tuned with us, Action Required Media. I want to say thanks for staying tuned. Write down your questions. Get ready to ask us some few questions. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, by the way of our words of encouragement, like I told you earlier, our words of encouragement will be coming to you from Brother Joseph Brown. Brother Joseph Brown, I believe, is in the building. Let me. Once again, I want to thank you for staying tuned. Click like and click share. Click like and click share. Click like and click share.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you. We will be going straight to our program for today. I want to say thanks for staying tuned with us. Thanks for staying tuned. So we would like to open our podcast with a word of encouragement. You know, in everything that we do, you want to be encouraged to do it. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have always asked me, call me, text me, who's this man, Brother Joseph, you keep talking about? Who's the man behind the camera? So coming to you from the word of encouragement will be coming to you by the way of Mr. Joseph Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I'm going to welcome Mr. Joseph Brown now. Mr. Joseph Brown.
How you doing, Brother Jesse?
How you doing, brother?
How's everything?
The people want to see you, man.
Good. So, hello, librarians around the world. We are appealing to you that if you are part of any organization, be it for profit, non-profit, register or not register, Action Require Media is asking that you please give us the names of your organization and contacts so we can reach you. One of the main reasons this network was formed is to link Liberians and Liberian organizations around the world together. By so doing, we can speak and act in a special way. More importantly, it is time for all Liberians to come together, not only during the time of crisis, but we can create an avenue for growth and development. It is time that we put aside our differences and focus on our nation, Liberia. I want you to remember that everybody be a part of a change, individually or collectively. Mighty Spekini once said, unity is strength. Where there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. Thank you and enjoy the program.
Thank you, Brother Joseph. You've heard and seen the man himself, Mr. Joseph Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for staying tuned. Our topic for today is community leadership and initiative. How to be a good leader, how to take part in your community events. That's what we'll be talking about briefly. And I have with me here in the studio none other than Mr. Lowell Dagba. Mr. Lowell Dagba, like I said earlier, is one of our community leaders, a man who has been doing so well. And I want to say welcome, sir, Mr. Lowell. Thanks for honoring our invitation.
Thank you and welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, thank you. So with me here in the studio is Mr. Lowell Dagba. Let me know if you can hear us. If you can hear us, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Once again, I want to say thanks, Mr. Dagba, for honoring our invitation. And I also want to say a happy anniversary to you and your lovely wife.
Thank you.
On this busy day, you still had the time to come and see us. I want to say thank you. We are.
That was one reason for my tardiness.
Okay.
We traveled away from Durham to spend time with some family and
So-
celebrate it.
And you made it here.
But we had to cut it short because your invitation was more.
Oh man, thanks so
Just
much.
an invitation, so.
Thanks so much. We are grateful for your presence. We want to say thank you. So with us here in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Lowell Dagba. If you are here within the Triangle area, North Carolina Triangle area, please, this is your community leader. All your questions, write them down. Don't forget, momentarily our lines will be open for you to call. Ask us questions. You want to know what's going on in the community? Give us a call. And I must say also, if you are watching, please click like and click share. Click like and click share. We are also live on YouTube currently right now. Just type Community Leadership and Initiative on YouTube live. You will see us right here, right now. So if you can't get us on Facebook for any other reasons, go on YouTube and you will see us live right here. Once again, I want to thank Mr. Dagwe, and let us go straight into the reason why we are here. Mr. Dagwe, thank you again. So our topic for today is community leadership and initiative. And just to start, the jump start, right? I know you're a member, you've been in this community for so long here in the Triangle area. Looking back from the early stages of the Liberian organization to now, what are the progresses that you've seen? What are some of the things that you think that's encouraging to you to want to be a part of this community?
Well, thanks for the question again. Thanks for your invitation.
Yeah.
I must commend you for this setup. You and your crew.
Yeah.
Joseph Brown being your key person here.
Yeah.
I must commend you all for what you're doing. This complements the chat room
Yeah.
that was set up maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Community chat room
Yeah.
where people can come together, they can put on there whatever they want to share. And here you are adding to that this live version of it.
Yeah.
So looking back, I'm looking where we are right now,
Right
and
now.
then I can track
That's
back,
right.
But if I may just give you some perspective of my relationship with Liberian organizations. I started in Maryland. When we came to the States, we were initially in the Maryland area. So Maryland and Washington, D.C. shared one chapter. And not to really criticize or look down on any one of them, but my experience then was different than my experience now. At the time when we went to meetings, the meetings ended in a lot of disputes, a lot of altercations.
Just in Maryland.
Yeah. And our office, our meeting room was in the DC area.
Right.
So we had to drove from Maryland to Washington DC for meetings. And at those meetings, there were altercations, there were a lot of disrespectful comments to one another. And that discouraged me from going back. And so when we moved to North Carolina, and I was informed about the Liberian Community Organization here at the time was called Liberia First Incorporated.
Okay.
I was hesitant to even attend a meeting, given my
The
experience
previous
in the DC
experience,
area,
yeah.
And so, but then I started making some real lasting friends with others, and they were part of the organization. So I thought to kind of like attend a meeting and see what it was like. And I didn't find the same experience. People were respectful, meeting was cordial, people were friendly, we never had any altercations, there were no disrespect. And so that encouraged my second meeting, and then my third meeting. And over time, I got involved because it was a different atmosphere, different interaction with people, and it was not the same as what I experienced in the Maryland area. That motivated me. And then, not long thereafter, election time, I was elected treasurer for the organization,
This is for Liberian First.
for Liberia First.
Wow.
I became a treasurer. Yeah, a position that I held for about a year, and I resigned it. Because if my character is that if I'm going to be a part of something, I must give my all. I can't be a part of something and just let it be part of what I want to do. So if I can't do it all, I may as well not be a part. It's just me, you know. So not because I disagree with anything they were doing, but because I was too involved with family affairs. We were new in the area. I was trying to get established, but for some reason, I don't know why, but they picked me to be elected me to be the treasurer, so I was. But when I realized there was a lot of conflict at meeting times, I had to be at work. If they needed a check written, the president had to find me overnight to come to the house. You know, and things like that. So I felt I was not really giving my all, so I decided to resign it. But I still remain a part and pay my dues, financial dues. If I were not going to meeting, I would call the president and say, this meeting date is conflicting with my work schedule, and so I will not be there, but I will send my dues, and I did.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for staying tuned. I can see you guys logging in live. With me here in the studio is Mr. Lowell Dagba. You are hearing from the man who he said something key, make a key comment right now. If you know you are not going to be committed in any role that you are playing, it's good you either give it up and don't hold on to it knowing that you cannot fully serve in that capacity. That's something that's a word for us to learn and take notes from. Mr. Dagba, I also want to say thank you. If you are watching once again in the Triangle area, please click like and click share. My studio guest with me today is Mr. Lowell Dagba, a man who has been in this community for a while now. Mr. Dagba,
Yes, sir.
one of the questions I have for you today is looking at in any Liberian organization, what is that one goal? What is that one key thing that you look for, or a community leader or president to look for to say, oh, I want to accomplish this for this community?
Good question. You know, when you are involved in anything, you always look for comparison, because it's the only way you know that you are progressing or not. You look to compare your status, your function, your whatever it is, to what people are doing in the same realm.
Okay.
So when you look at your organization, you want to compare it with that of other organizations.
Right.
And see if you are doing exactly what they're doing, better than what they're doing, or less than what they're doing. And so when I look at other organizations that are non-Liberian, I find that they are more cohesive, they are more supportive, and therefore they advance to greater things. Any goal you set, you should be able to achieve that goal. I see organizations here with example I'll give you. I'll use the Hispanic organization, Hispanic community as an example.
Yeah.
These people have a credit union of their own.
Yes, that I know of.
They have grocery stores of their own. They have representatives in local and state government.
Yeah.
Why not us?
Why not us?
Why not us? What's the difference? So that's my aspiration.
Yeah.
That we can grow to any level we would like to. But it depends on us. It depends on us. No one can do it for us but us. And you mentioned the word commitment.
Yeah.
I mean, devoted. If you can't devote your time, you can't commit to anything, you're not going to get anywhere.
Don't get.
You can talk about it, you can write books about it, but if there's no action behind it, it's not going to happen. So I feel, as a community, goals will always change, because you can set one goal And when that goal is achieved, you set a new goal.
Yeah.
And you set a new goal. And that goal depends on a collective dream.
Yeah.
What is it do we want to do next? In this case, for us here, when we started, and I don't know how far back you want to go, but
That's fine. Take it.
from 2015, when Philip Clark became president,
Yeah.
our goal was to reunite, and I didn't say unite, but I said reunite the community,
Yeah.
to regain the community's trust and confidence in their community leadership. That was our goal. Okay? And the reason we set that goal was because before Clark, we had dispute, the community had dispute with the last administration. And consequently, we lost our organization, we lost our 501c3 status, and we had to start again. So that, for that reason, we had to set that goal. And we are at a point now where we could take the next step if the community is with us. And that next goal, which we've discussed at our retreats and thing, is to see if we can get
Gain the trust
ourselves
of the people.
a community center.
You
But-
talk about community center.
Yeah, and we can't do it without the support of the community.
You
But
get
yes,
that.
right now it's a dream.
That's the dream. That's
It's
the
a dream, but in order to realize that dream, it will require community effort, community support to get it done.
You talk about community effort and community support. That leads to my question. I'm just going to ask it bluntly. Can Liberians work together?
That is a question for every Liberian, really. I feel we can, but I can only say it. I don't know what is holding Liberians back. And I'm saying to say, we set up a chat room, we schedule a community meeting by Zoom. And at that meeting, we were hoping to see a large turnout, given that you didn't have to leave your home,
Yeah.
no reason to commute.
You just call,
It
use
will
your
cost
phone.
you nothing. You just pick up your smartphone and dial
Yeah,
in.
and you are
You
in.
don't have to be on video necessarily. You
Right.
could do it by phone, or you could do it by, if you can get the
Yeah.
Zoom access,
Yeah.
then you could do it by Zoom. And to our dismay, turnout was less than 20. But those who participate in that chat room, the list of members that I have in there is almost 100.
Wow.
Yeah, it's almost 100. And we call the first meeting where you don't have to travel to anywhere, and we have less than 20
Yeah,
persons.
you could have
So-
been anywhere and just log on, but
So I don't know if that answers your question enough.
To some
because
extent, yeah.
I could not speak for every Liberian
Right,
to say yes, we can unite. I feel we have the ability that I
We
can
do.
say, but the desire, the commitment, is something that each one has to speak for themselves.
thank you. That answered my question to some extent. But Mr. Dagwe, you said in your previous statement that you were once the treasurer. So what role do you play now currently as a Liberian?
Right now, I serve as the chairman for the board of directors
Okay.
for the organization, and our role really is to oversee not the day-to-day running, but to oversee the viability of the organization. That is
Okay.
to see to it that the organization stays alive,
Okay.
to see to it that the organization gets funded, to see to it that whatever goals we set are realistic and achievable. That's the role of the goal of the
Oh, the board of directors. Okay.
you know, and that's what we're trying to do.
That will hold off on that. One of the questions here is, I know there are always these 2 terms for every president. Is there a national agenda set by the organization or maybe by the board of directors that an incoming president can follow, so that, you know, because most leaders come, or every leader come with his or her agenda.
Yeah.
Is there a specific agenda that, you know what, be it outgoing or incoming, this is the agenda that we should follow, and we must see that this is followed to the letter. That way people can keep coming.
Right.
Because when you look
Yeah.
at development, you got to follow a set specific agenda to be able to
Right.
accomplish your goals.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and again, it's a good question. Those are some, what we're trying to do is to set up a framework for
Mhm.
operation, which we have done.
Okay.
And it ultimately would be up to that administration to either follow or deviate. But yes, the goal is to set an objective to say that these are the things we would like to achieve.
Yeah.
This is where we are.
Yeah.
This is where we're trying to get to, and then pass that on to
To the
incoming
incoming.
organization leadership,
Yeah.
and hope that they will follow it. Now, what I have proposed to the current leadership
Yeah.
is, and that's links to the question you just
Yeah.
asked, is that we establish a advisory council.
Mm-hmm.
And the role of the advisory council will be that those former leaders, former officials,
Mm-hmm.
and anyone else in the community who has anything special to contribute to
Mhm.
the community can be a part of that council.
Mm.
They will not be elected, they will not be,
Not nominating.
Right. just
Great
like
income.
if my term runs out,
Yeah.
the president term, those of us who leave, including previous administration like
Yeah.
Farley Singh
Yeah.
or A.B. Walker,
Okay.
people from the past,
Right.
and anyone else who has anything specific to offer can be a part of that council. And our work would be to support the current administration, whatever administration is in place, so that they feel supported. And we can be called upon at any time to carry out any task that they would like us to do.
Mm.
Example, say you want to meet the mayor of Durham.
Yeah.
We've been in this for some time, so we have some experience, we have some contacts, we have our own network that can be used to the benefit of the organization. So you could call on, say, like Mr. Clark,
Yeah.
as a former president,
Yeah.
and say, Mr. Clark, can you and the advisory council
Mm-hmm.
come together to see if you can meet with the mayor of Durham,
Yes.
and then tell the reason why you want us to meet with
Yeah.
the mayor of Durham, and then we can set up our time, you know, get an appointment with the mayor's
Mayor.
office,
Yeah.
and go ahead and meet with him, and then bring report back to that leadership and say, we met with the mayor on this date, and we presented your message,
Mm-hmm.
and this was the response from the mayor's office.
Yeah.
And then present that back to the leadership, whatever the reason is.
Yeah.
You know, and then we can all work on that goal together, whatever reason that we went. You know, that's just one example.
That's just.
It could be anything else. If you want to have an event,
Mm-hmm.
and you said, you know, can the former social chair
Yeah.
spearhead, you know, finding a location for our next event coming up. And then they can work together and form their own little group of ladies and get on a search for the new venue, you know,
Yeah.
something like that. Whatever the task may be. I mean, not that we're gonna do everything for the organization,
Yeah.
but wherever you think we will be instrumental,
Mm-hmm.
you can call upon.
Wherever your services might be
Yes,
needed.
yes.
Yeah.
And then you
can
call on
definitely
your
serve in that
advisory
area.
council to help. So that way, we don't say, well, I've served my time, it's your time now,
Yeah.
and then you wash your hands off.
Mm-mm.
Not to wash your hands off,
Mm.
but instead to be that
That's
next
a backbone
that they can look
somebody
up
can
to, people
yeah.
who've been in the role
Yeah.
before, plus others who might, like example, someone might be on the council, on the advisory council, who does taxes. And we can reach out to that person to help with taxes for the organization, do the taxes, maybe at a very good discounted rate,
Yeah.
something like that. Or give advice on immigration, whatever it might be. So you have that advisory council that you can fall back on for whatever it is you need them for. That's something we don't have.
That's something we don't
You
have.
know, but we need it, and that way, people don't just walk away from the organization. So that way, speaking of the question you asked
Yeah.
about, you know, are there goals that you have that they can
Yeah.
follow
Follow
up
the
on?
national agenda.
Okay, so that also helps in that vein, because as they step away, they know where they stopped
Where to pick up from.
and where the next person will pick up
Pick up
from,
from,
so
yeah.
they can work together to carry on that goal.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having fun here with me in the studio, Mr. Lowell Dagba. I want to say thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying on. In about 5 minutes, the phone lines will be open for you to give us a call and talk to Mr. Dagba, or just give us your comment, make your comment. You know, in every community, we want to have development. But this initiative, this kind of togetherness, this kind of sitting and just talking about the issue, I believe is what will bring about development in our community. Please click like and click share. My name is Jesse. Click like and click share. With me in the studio is Mr. Lowell Dagba. I want to say thanks for honoring our invitation again, Mr. Lowell Dagba. A question that was asked to me, for one to become especially here in the Triangle, what are the criteria, what are the qualifications that you guys look for to run for president or any office?
We have our bylaws and
Mhm.
constitution, and those are our guide to what criteria there are.
Mhm.
Very simple. One, you must be a Liberian.
Yeah.
Two, you must be active
Mhm.
in participation,
Yeah.
meaning you should be able to attend meetings.
Mhm.
And whenever there are events planned, plan to attend.
Yeah.
You know, you see what we do. We set up, we break down,
Yeah.
we clean.
Mhm.
Be a part of that.
Just take part in the community
Take part.
events.
No one's getting paid for
Yeah.
anything we do.
Yeah.
It's all voluntary. So just jump in. And dues, of course. No organization runs without finances. So one, being able to pay their dues and participating in community events, the key things that qualifies you.
Mhm.
So very simple things, very simple.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't take much, but it begins with you being a Liberian. You don't have to be born in Liberia necessarily.
You don't have to be born in
Just have to be
Liberia.
a Liberian, be an Liberian ancestry
Yeah.
will qualify you.
Basically, just take part in the community events,
That's
functions. Just show up, pay your dues, and that qualifies you to be a member, and you can run for office.
That's right.
Mr. Dagba, I want to talk about EULA.
You
I know EULA is the head branch of Liberian organization when it comes to. If I will put it this way, and you can correct me, it is that organization that all sub branches look forward to in terms of direction or guidance. If I would say it that way, you can correct me. EULA has, especially to our local chapter here in the Triangle, are we a part of EULA?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
What's holding us back?
We've discussed EULA at our leadership meetings, and there were other factors holding us back. Let's put it that way. I started by telling you that initially the organization was started to try to unify us, reunite us.
Yeah.
Okay, and just recently I just mentioned that to be a Liberian, to be a member of the organization,
Yeah.
you must be active, you must be a Liberian, and you must
Pay your dues.
pay your dues.
Yeah.
Joining EULA, I think the president attended one of their conferences,
Yeah.
I think a year ago, to bring back information from EULA that we can discuss and see where we fit into EULA.
Yeah.
Now, EULA is a large body with these various chapters. There's nothing wrong with us joining EULA, but you don't just join EULA just to say that you are a member of EULA.
Mm-hmm.
And like I mentioned before, when I get involved in something, I like to give my all. So if my name is going to be on that we are part of EULA,
Yeah.
we must fulfill all of our obligations to
Mm-hmm.
EULA. So it begins with attendance. Now, if you are going to go to EULA and they want to know what is your membership,
Mm-hmm.
what is your membership? That is how many members do you have in your local chapter?
Your local chapter, yeah.
Do I tell them we have 10 or 15?
You cannot.
Does that give us any weight?
No way.
If they were voting over something,
You don't have that vote.
you don't have to
You
vote.
don't have that vote.
You know, you are so small in number that you're just going to ride on the vote of those in
Others.
larger number.
Yeah.
So that's one. So that's why I always encourage that we all come together, attend meetings, do these things that we're talking about, but it falls on deaf ears. But yet they want us to do these great things,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but only the people that are in there make it great. It's not just the name. It's the people that are in there that makes anything great. Secondly, EULA requires membership dues.
Yes. I
Membership
was going to get
dues.
into that, yeah.
How do we come up with our dues for EULA membership when we don't even have?
Your local chapter membership is not
Exactly, we
there.
can
It's not
support
there.
our
Yeah.
own local chapter. How do we get into a larger organization like EULA? Those are questions that are on my mind that I
Mhm.
cannot answer.
Mhm.
So as much as people keep coming to me and saying, you know, when are we going to be a part of EULA? The question goes back to whoever is asking the question, what are you doing to make us prepared, to get us prepared
To be a part of this.
to join EULA?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Do you come to meetings? That we can take a roll call and say today we have 50 persons attend meetings. And out of the 50, 35 of them pay their monthly dues. Then you're talking. But you come to meeting, you have maybe 10 people. Out of the 10, maybe 2 or 3 might pay. I say might, I didn't say will.
Might, yeah.
Might pay their dues, and everybody dismisses. We've made it easy where you even can pay now online. You know, we've given all the information how to pay. It's not much coming through.
Mhm.
So how do we join EULA? Is it my question or their question? You see, so membership dues to EULA, yes, they expect it, or you lose your
You
membership.
lose your space, yeah.
So then what's the point? You know? And if you don't have the membership in your local chapter, what are you taking to EULA? See that? So those, and I fully understand it, but you know, we
It's-
only come together when we have events. Independence Day brings a lot of people together, and
Valentine.
Valentine's Day brings a lot of people together. We have these family day, you know, when you have these things, people
Maybe
come together.
deaf in the community. Yeah.
Deaf in the community, people come together. Things like that. You have a wedding or some, any such thing,
Yeah.
people come together. But when you say, let's meet in a room and set a goal, what do we want to accomplish?
You complete, yeah.
What do we want to be? Let's define ourselves for the next 2 years. What do we want to accomplish in 2 years? You can't get anybody coming.
And that's the reason why I initially asked, can Liberians really work together? Because it's as small as that question may sound,
Yeah.
it's very huge. And not for you.
Yeah, I know.
If you're a community leader or community president, I know you might be faced with the same difficulties. You know, Liberians, for me, I believe we can work together, but sometimes, like somebody said to me the other day, what are we working together on? You know, what are we working together on? Is these topics? And so Liberians, we have to somewhat break this negativity that, you know, if he's not there, I can't work with him, or it's all about the agenda, the issues. Find yourself in the issue and let's solve the problem. By the way, it's not about him. It's about what we can do for the community at large. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I want to also say thanks for staying tuned. I want to say big ups to my brother, Mr. Joseph Brown, the man behind the camera. In 5 minutes, in 2 minutes, we will be opening the lines for question, and then we will get into some personal endeavors, personal undertaking that Mr. Dagba himself is doing, and we'll rest with the community questions. But Mr. Dagba, back to you all. What's a long-term goal? What's a long-term goal for ELCOT?
The long-term goal for ELCOT, I can tell you my personal
Your part, yeah.
view, but like I just mentioned,
Yeah.
you see, I work for another organization.
Okay.
I'm an employee for another institution. I had other committees and councils in those places. And the way I see it work is leadership does not necessarily set your goal.
Right. The people.
The people do.
Yeah.
Because you are only serving what the people would like accomplished. And that's how it works. Because you might set a goal in leadership and the people don't agree with it. They don't
agree.
support it.
Yeah.
So then,
And that's the people you serve.
yeah, you see, so that makes it a hard question for me to say,
Yeah.
this is what, because here we are, like I told you, at our retreat, we discussed the possibility for a community center on the grounds that people will pay their dues.
Yeah.
And that when we have these events, we'll be able to raise money to be able to come up with what you would call, deposit, or
Yeah.
whatever you pay down
Yeah.
towards a property.
Yeah.
That plan is still on the table.
Still pending.
It's still
Have you
pending.
been successful
Because-
so far?
No, sir. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
You know, dues are not forthcoming. When we have events, we don't get everybody to attend the way we expect to. And there are times when we have these events and people want to come in without paying.
Yeah.
How does that help us? So the desire for a community center is still pending because you don't have any collateral to begin with. Your collateral could be a certain amount of money in the bank.
Yeah.
Say you have like $20,000 in the bank
Yeah.
and you wanted to get $100,000 facility.
Yeah.
You can, you know, pay something towards that
Yeah.
from your $20,000 that you
Yeah.
have in the bank. Well, we don't even have $5,000 anyway.
Can we raise
So-
people to
so-
vouch for?
Well, well, those are things to talk about,
talk about,
in
yeah.
a meeting.
Yeah.
If people come forth, because we talk about these, but we're not getting the support,
We're
the
not getting that
community
support.
support to get it done. But if you ask my opinion, long term, I will compare us to what other organizations are doing. Now, when you use the word community center, people
Yeah.
think it's just a place to come and have party and go home.
Mm-mm.
But community centers that I know are multi-purpose.
Right.
So you can use it for an event, various events. People come and have their wedding reception. People come and have graduation programs, whatever. And you can have a daycare in
Yeah.
there.
Even church services, people
People
can
have
visit
church
for that.
services. People have their conventions in there. People have use offices.
Yeah.
Other
Spaces,
rooms can
yeah.
be used as offices. Some lawyer can have his office there, or an accountant,
Yeah.
or an insurance company can have. So a community center
Yeah.
will serve us very well for those many reasons. So it's not just the one room that you go and dance and eat and drink and go home. That's not what when I say community center, that's not what comes
Yes.
to mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you understand
I
that.
got you. I got you.
So I think we will have done well if we can acquire a community center. Because, and we can go past that. There's no reason why we cannot have a credit union.
There's no reason.
There's no reason. If others are doing, what magic did they play to come to that point? It's just their togetherness.
Togetherness, yeah.
Working together, trusting each other, and doing those things that they said and say, when they write on paper and sign their name to certain paper and say, this is what we're gonna do, and then they set out to do it and see it happen.
Yeah.
That's what it would take.
You know this. You talk about is to work together, and this remind me about something. So I was invited to Chicago one time about 3 years ago to perform, and it was a Nigerian event, and these people were raising funds heavily for their local organizations
Right.
and organization there, and but to my surprise, you know, whilst I was there, you know, me, a couple of friends, artists, we there doing our things, and we found more Liberians, I mean, patronizing these people work, and I asked one of my friends around there. This was the day after, maybe on a Sunday, we were going out to the cookout, and I'm seeing that I'm like, Liberians are many in this town. So I was in Champaign area. So, and I'm asking the question that, man, is there a local Liberian organization? And the first thing that they said, oh, we got it here, but we have to get out. And and they paused on me that, well, last night I saw almost
A lot of Liberians are
50 people just contributing to that, and we can't.
Yeah.
It's almost
Yeah.
too sad to say
Well, you know,
that again. Can we work together?
Yeah, that's a key question. Can we work? We have the ability, but do we have the desire? Do we have that commitment to make it happen? And it's anybody's question to answer, really. It's anyone's guess.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching, can we work together? If you think we can work together, give us a call. The phone lines are open right now. It's 919-949. Mr. Dagwa has come from a long way. I don't want to keep him here in the studio. His wife is waiting for him. Please give us a call, 919-949-7131. We have less than 10-15 minutes to be on the air right now. Please give us a call with your question or just a statement, just a comment you want to make. Again, remember, I believe it's today your anniversary. Today is Mr. Dagwa's anniversary. I want to say congratulations again and happy anniversary. You can call and just, wish him a happy anniversary. I just want to say the phone lines are now open, 919-949. Let's talk about the issues, community issue. How can we move our Liberian communities forward? How can we move our local Liberian chapters forward, especially here in the Triangle? Phone lines are open, 919-949-7131, 919-949-5191. Please give us a call. I want to say big thanks to Mr. Dagba for honoring our invitation. Mr. Dagba, I know you're also doing some personal projects in Liberia. If you will want to go into that a little bit.
Sure.
Meanwhile, the phone lines are open.
I am not one who is interested in, we call it self-aggrandization. That is, everything is about you. Everything is about you. And you want to fulfill everything about yourself. My whole life is about service. And not just service, but service to others. Look at where needs are and see what I can do to help fulfill those needs.
Yeah.
It's what my life is centered around. This is what I do at a hospital.
Hold on, I think we're getting a phone call. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Catherine, Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah, you're live on air with Action Required Media. Call Mr. Dagba is listening to you.
Yes. So, one of the questions I have, which is what you guys were speaking about just now, was what do you think our problem is as Liberians in terms of support?
In terms of support, what our problem is, in terms of supporting our local, you mean our,
In terms of supporting each other.
or supporting each other? Mr. Dagba?
Well, thanks for the question. Just before this question came in, we're talking about my personal undertaking.
Yeah.
But back to what she just asked,
Yeah.
I was just going to say something more in that same line
Yeah.
when the question now came up.
Just came through.
And that was to
Continue listening.
give some benefit of the doubt to community members, just to answer her question.
Yeah.
What what she thinks is behind that, and what we identified as leaders at the time when we decided to reunite the community and form a new organization was that people then were discouraged, they were disappointed because money that people paid got taken away. So they lost their trust in leadership. And so what will it take to have them regain their trust again in a new leadership, that the same thing will not happen? I'm not paying my money to that organization there because the last time we did it, nobody could tell us anything and our money just went. We had to start all over. So I don't have money for that, to keep paying my money and have no accountability for it. So it takes time. You have to prove yourself now to tell the community, believe us, we will be different this time. We will be transparent. We will be accountable to you. It's the mission we've taken on since 2015. That if people come to meeting, they will hear the report. They are welcome to ask questions about whether it's finance related or any other thing that we're doing that they don't understand.
It's right there. The menus are even given out. Yeah.
Just ask the questions and we will answer your questions. Now, if people are not coming at all, it is hard to say why they are not coming. I have made it my duty to reach out to other people who I knew lived in the community, but I didn't know before. And once I get to know that they live in the community, I try to reach out to them and say, did you know that we have
Librarian organization.
a community organization in the area? To my disappointment, some tell me, my man, I don't want to have anything to do with the Liberian thing.
And that is sad.
I don't want to have anything to do with the Liberian people thing. So that one there, I'm what do you say? Sorry to tell you like that, but I don't want to be a part of that. It's what they tell me.
And these are Liberians.
And when I ask why, they say, I just don't want to be a part. I don't want to be part of Liberian people. And they leave it right there. But I've been doing my best to reach out to people. In the chat room, I got new people in there that I've talked to and are now in the chat room. Whether they will come to a meeting is something else, I don't know. But to answer Catherine's question, we thought there was this belief of distrust from past years and past administration, whatever happened. But we thought by now people will trust us, believe what we're doing. We always invite people to meetings, but we can't drag people into the meeting room and let them come, and whatever their concerns are, we are willing to work together. I told my moderator here that we don't want to set the goals necessarily for the organization, but let them come together with us, and together we can set the goals that we think we all can support. And this is where we are. We are at that crossroad. So, but he asked my personal opinion, and I told him there's no reason why we cannot have a community center. There's no reason why we cannot have a credit union. There's no reason why we cannot have a grocery store with Liberian things in it. We're using the Sierra Leonean place the last time.
Yeah.
The guy left. Somebody else bought it from him. Why not us?
Why not Liberian?
And the question is for all of us to answer. Why not us? I don't know the answer. Why is it that we're not able to work together? But we're trying the best we can to still hold the organization together, hold the community together, and do those little things that we can do with what little we have. When there's bereavement in the community, we reach out.
Yeah.
We buy a wreath. If the person is local for burial, we get a wreath to represent the community organization. The Zoom service that we're now using because of COVID-19, we paid $150 to subscribe for the year. Now, if people don't attend those meetings, it's a waste of the $150 that we spent. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't know if I'm answering your question
Please,
directly, but, it's what I know, it's what I know right now. There's no reason to hide anything having to do with the community.
Yeah.
And I'm not discouraged, I'm not disappointed, but we could do better, is all
do
I'm
more.
saying. We could do more for ourselves if we can work together. We can come together, set our goals, and pursue those goals. There's a lot more we can do, just like other organizations are doing.
On that note, the phone lines are open. We got less than 10 minutes to be here on air. Phone lines are open, 919-949-7131, 919-949-7131. Go ahead and give us a call with your question or a simple, just send a man a congratulations for his anniversary today.
So, you asked me about
The personal
my project in
undertaking, yeah.
Liberia, and I was saying, so, in that line of my desire to serve, to give service to others, after the civil war in Liberia, I decided to figure out how can I help in the rebuilding effort of the country, because they burned the place down, people died, those who survived it left and pledged never to go back there because of what they experienced. Can't blame them. You know, all these things happen, but yet we have some family members who remain. And they'll, everyone who's out of the country can tell you that they have somebody else there. Others try to get all of their other family members out, but everyone is not that fortunate to have the means to put everybody out.
Yeah.
So we do have others that are still in Liberia, and the country is still there as a nation. So it required rebuilding. So 2 things I did. The first thing was to call my fellow professionals, the nurses in
The nursing
America.
field. Right.
I invited them from all over the United States to come to Durham.
Oh, wow.
And we had a 3-day convention at our church.
Yeah.
And I presented to them that we cannot depend on the Germans or the British or the whatever nationals to rebuild the country. It is incumbent upon us
Yeah.
who have roots in Liberia to make whatever contribution we can make to the rebuilding of Liberia. And since we are professional healthcare providers, we don't want to go do engineering work. We don't want to go do carpentry work. We can only provide work in our area of expertise.
Yeah. Stay in
And
your lane.
so, if we are in healthcare, the country needs to rebuild its healthcare infrastructure. But that begins with training new professionals.
Yeah.
So, we may not have the time to go to Liberia to go and teach, but we can provide books, we can provide computers, we can provide, those learning,
Libraries,
learning material that will be needed there. We can help to gather those things in a country as rich as the United States and ship those things to Liberia. So I want us to form an organization that will undertake that task,
That project.
and I challenge you to join in. And they all agree with me, and we form an organization.
Oh, they did. They
Yeah, they agree. We form an organization. It's called LAPA, Liberian Association of Paramedical Professionals in the Americas.
Look at the cameras and let them do the name of your organization. Lapa.
Liberian Association of Paramedical Professionals in the Americas
Wow, I'm gonna write that down.
was the organization I started. And again, it came to due payment, it came to meeting attendance, and planning events that we will use to raise funds and provide awareness to
Lapa.
to everyone else in America, because we would like people who are not even Liberians to make contribution to our cause,
Okay.
financially or materially. They can provide us the books, they can provide us computers, whatever, but anything having to do with learning, and so, and people are living in different states though. I brought them together here.
Wow.
So it means when we're gonna have meetings, those meetings are gonna be virtually, teleconference, Zoom. And so we started doing that, and they were supposed to recruit new people in their area. We were able to save some money. I called the Ministry of Health in Liberia. I spoke with the chief nursing officer, and I asked her for the name and contact information for those institutions that were rebuilding, like Phoebe School of Nursing, TNIMA School of Nursing, Firestone, you know. And so she gave me these numbers, and I was able to call these different directors to tell them who we are and what we were trying to do to help their effort. And in that vein, if they could just tell me, I gave them my email address and told them, send me your list of the first five priorities of needs that you have. And we'll see what we can do to try to meet those needs. And I got names, the title of the book, the edition, the author, you know, and all of that, so that we make sure we get an exact prescription of the book. For every book, every subject has
editions.
So we did that, and we got responses from them. Based on their responses, we were able to search for those books. Now, we couldn't buy a book for every student. So what we did was to see if we can get a set of books for their library each. So like Cottontown School of Nursing, we're able to send them a set of books. Medical, surgical nursing, pediatrics, psychiatrics, you know, tropical and communicable diseases, things like that. We got them a set of books, and we sent it and told them, this is merely to stock your library that we can use for reference. Because getting up, we don't know what your student number is.
Can't supply
200 students, we can get book for you. But at least they can go to the library and do their research. Same thing we did for TNIMA. The other schools didn't have their schools of nursing back in operation yet. So those ones that were up and running or still trying were the ones we tried to help. Now, is that organization still existent today? The answer is no. Why? It came down to the same problem.
Same thing.
Dues. Because we can only run the organization based on the dues we collect and whatever other fundraising we generate. And based on that, we ran out of funds, and people were not paying their dues, so that went down. I didn't stop there. That's when I started the one that I'm doing now.
That's your personal.
Yes, my personal one.
Okay.
No membership, no dues, nothing.
Just you.
I decided, well, the country is still on its knees. For the most part, the country is still in the ashes and needs to be raised from the ashes. And there's much more we can do. I traveled to Liberia, and I went to meet with healthcare personnel there, especially doctors, to find out. I had a survey. What is your most pressing need? What is it that in your current practice you wish you had to do more of what you need to do for your patients that is lacking? The answer that they gave me was, we need a diagnostic center. We can see our patients, we can examine them and do all this, but we have no way of doing differential work, to do laboratory work, to do x-rays, to do all these things. You know, we don't have it. So we just go by our guts to figure out what's wrong, whether it's malaria or typhoid fever or whatever they have. It's just based on what we think you have. But we don't have a laboratory that is standardized that we can use to come up with diagnosis. So if anyone will, you know, provide our service, that will help our work a whole lot, and we really appreciate it.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, if we sit here, we'll just listen to Mr. Dagbe all day. But I also want to encourage you out there, if you are a Liberian and want to go back to Liberia to do something in Liberia, it's not late. You heard Mr. Dagbe. Find your area of expertise and put your best foot forward. And also, I just want to take this time right here in this on this personal note before I forget to say a big congratulations to my brother Joseph Brown. He had accomplished something big, and I'm not going to announce it here until he gave me that approval. But I will just say congratulations to my brother right now, and we will celebrate soon. Big ups to you, brother, for your accomplishment. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, the phone lines are open. We are here for 5 more minutes. I don't want to take the time, but back to the issue of our local Liberian chapter and organizations here. I know we were talking about the community center. The community center, if you will, I know it's still possible for us to achieve that community center. But if you will suggest, I know the president is watching. I know there are other Liberians watching right now. I got more people watching and listening. If you will suggest or ways or strategize a scheme on how we can accomplish that.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about it. The
Yes.
president is aware.
Yeah.
What the possibilities that we're considering here
Mhm.
is that just like anyone who goes to acquire any property, it requires collateral.
Yeah.
And if the community organization or the community as a whole does not have collateral to present to acquire any property, then one possibility would be to find a few willing community members who can come up with the collateral. That is, if you have a home
Yeah.
and you're willing to use it as a collateral,
Okay.
and we can find 3 or 4 people who would be willing
Mhm.
to use their whatever property they have
Yes,
as
yeah.
collateral to it, and therefore their names will go on that deed. That means they will be the primary owners
So, no.
of that property, and they will be the ones to administer, the use of it,
Yeah.
and that way we can have an agreement with those people to say, maybe, I don't know if then the community members will get any more serious to make any contribution, I don't know, but
Yeah.
but then they would be the primary owners, because it would be their signatories that would give us the place. And so then we can go that route, and once the property is acquired, they can tell us how they can work in partnership with the community organization in administering the use of the place, but primarily it will be their own. And then we can kind of tag onto them and benefit from their ownership.
Okay.
It's what I think
You think?
would be the best way out now.
Nah.
But if we're raising money, like you talk about the Nigerian
Mhm.
community organization and how they come up in one night, they can
Mhm.
raise,
Over 100,000.
yeah. If we could have events and raise such money, then we can do it on our own. Then we won't need all of that. But right now, we are at the mercy of any few people who might be interested and willing to do that on behalf of the community, even though they're not going to get it and then give it to them. But through that, we'll have somewhere that we can always say we'll go to, instead of every year you have to figure out where to go and have your events and things like that. It might ease that burden, and we'll work with them, and they will have it, and whatever use of that facility there is, it will be to their benefit, because they have to pay their mortgage, they have to pay utilities. If they have any staff, they have to make sure the staff is paid. So we can't say it's for
Yeah.
that cut necessarily.
Yeah.
It'll be their own, but we can
Until-
use it
Yeah.
until such time when we think we can buy it from them.
I pose a challenge to you if you are watching, especially Liberians, big men, big women around the triangle here. You just heard our community leader, Mr. Lowell, talked about how we can brainstorm to own our own community facility. Now, let's get in the chat room. Let's talk about these issues. Let's bring forth our suggestions. He has just laid out a suggestion, a good plan, how he thinks we can achieve that goal. But also up to you. Bring up your suggestion, your ideas. Get in the chat room. Let's discuss these issues. At the end of the day, we own it. It's for us. We own it. Put our name behind it, is for us. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. Before we can take our last word from Mr. Dagba, we'll just read some of the comments here from our people. I know a sister here, Miss Vivi. Vivi is saying, how can Liberians really work together? Miss Vivi, if you were listening, it was said, how we can work together, pay your dues in your local Liberian chapter, follow community events, just be a part of your community in what they do and support. I believe that's one way we can work together. And another brother here, Mr. Adil, is saying, good work, bravo to you for your works in Liberia. That's a belief to you, Mr. Dabe. And let me read one more. Okay, I got another guy called Adam. Adam is saying, is this in... Yes, we are in North Carolina. This is Durham, North Carolina. We are talking about our local Liberian organization, but these ideas can also be stretched to your Liberian organization. Yeah, we are here in Durham, North Carolina. This is the Triangle area. Yeah, you say, is this... Yeah, this is the Liberian organization we are talking about. This is a Liberian organization meeting. Now, it's not a meeting, it's just a forum that we've put together to be able to discuss our issues that will better help our local Liberian organization chapter. To close this session, ladies and gentlemen, the phone lines are open, but I will go back to Mr. Dagwe just to say thank you. Yeah. Before we close we don't close our podcast without you looking at the camera and just say your last word and your word of encouragement to the people. And from Action Required Media to you, especially being a frontliner right now, we want to say thank you for all your hard work that you are doing, especially to you and your wife as well. We are grateful here in the Triangle. I believe we speak for the Liberians within the Triangle to say thank you to you and for all that you do, especially as a frontliner.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, the last question he asked me was about my personal undertaking in Liberia.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to finish what I was saying
Okay.
in that line,
Okay.
and that's to say, where are we now
Yes, sir.
in that effort?
Okay.
And I just wanted to say,
Go ahead, sir.
through all of that back and forth to Liberia, I
Yeah.
was able to come back to the States, get to work, write a business plan, send it out for critique. It took 2.5 years to go through the critique and improving whatever the critique was. They tell you, say, how are you going to achieve this? What do you mean by this? And then you have to elaborate on what you mean, and they will tell you, say, that's not achievable. We think it will do better this way. Then you have to move your plan, so back and forth, 2.5 years to finally come to what we have now. And after doing that, then I had to form a board of directors. I decided not to go for a for-profit organization because I wanted to reach everybody and I wanted to make it accessible and affordable for every Liberian. So I decided to make it a non-profit. So it's a non-profit organization. I set up a board of directors of reputable people in the Triangle. I don't even have a Liberian on there. I don't have anything against Liberians. Eventually I will have Liberians on.
That's how you do it.
But for the strategic reasons that I needed to get this thing off the ground, I had to find people who were in position to make it happen.
Yeah.
So retired professors from UNC, engineers, PhD holders from different places that had some resources and contacts, to bring it together. Those are the kind of people that I was able to find. And when I tell them my dream about what I'm trying to do for Liberia, they were sold right away.
Right.
And so they joined me and said, what you are trying to do in Liberia is way overdue. We can't wait to join and make it happen. That's how I got them. So they are on board. So right after I formed the board of directors, I have 5 members. Then we had to write our articles of incorporation with the North Carolina Department of State. We submitted that and we were approved. And then we got our revenue number, they call it EIN.
Yeah, yeah.
We got our EIN. The next thing was then to file for our 501c3 so that we don't have to pay taxes, so that people who make contribution to our cause can write off whatever their contribution is, donation, whatever. It can be monetary, it can be material. If you give us an X-ray machine, that's a material thing, we would take that. If you give us a ultrasound machine, you know, whatever it is, or you can give us a $500,000, you know, check, we'll take that too, you know. So we were able to apply with the federal government, and in January of this year, we were approved by the federal government with our 501c3. And so then our next step was fundraising. But before we begin raising funds, we decided we need to first come up with a plan. And everything I'm saying here, I've already been home and got 2 acres of land set aside, the deed given to us, and ready for construction work in the Findale area to build the center. So with that, we wanted to come up with a plan. What would the building look like, the center?
Yeah.
You know, if we're gonna have a laboratory and we're gonna have place for imaging, we will have ultrasound, CT scan, mammogram, and all of these things here. What would such a building look like? How large would it be? And how much would it cost? So we needed to come up with our plan first. That would tell us then how much money we need to raise.
Right.
And based on that information, then we can start to organize fundraiser, like a big function.
Big phone.
And write different philanthropic organizations, different healthcare institutions throughout the United States, invite them to attend at that center and tell them what we're trying to do and how much money we're trying to raise. That way, each of them knows how much money they want to give you towards your total cost.
Yeah.
That was the strategy. And as we met, I met with my board of directors, we agreed on this, and then I think 2 weeks later, COVID-19 arrived.
COVID-19, wow.
COVID-19 arrived, and everything got put on hold.
Everything's on
So
hold.
right now, I'm in touch with my board members. Every month, I send them an email of encouragement
Yeah, don't give up.
that the dream is not dead.
Mhm.
There may be a good reason why things are on pause.
Yeah.
So remain where you are.
Yeah.
Thanks for your support, for being willing to join me to try to help the country I came from, Liberia.
Yeah.
And at the right time, we will pick up our mantle again, and we will see this through. So you were there at my birthday,
I was.
and I didn't want any shoes or necktie
Yeah.
or any kind of a gift.
Yeah.
All I needed was whatever financial
Donation, yeah.
support you can give me. I will start a bank account with that money as a seed money towards that. And every dollar that you pay goes to pay for a block on that building.
Yeah.
I still have all those names. At the right time, God's willing, if this dream comes true, everyone whose birthday
was
card or
given, yeah.
whatever that they gave me, and I have those addresses or names on there, each block will carry somebody's name.
Wow.
That your dollar
Yeah.
helped to erect this.
Yeah.
Your dollar helped to erect this, and you will see your name on there and be proud of it. That's what they do here as
That's what
nonprofits.
they do, yeah.
You see, they say they name a whole room after somebody
After
else
somebody.
and say this is so room.
Yeah.
Universities have
Yeah.
names of different
Names,
rooms.
yeah.
You know, that's what they do. That's to
In
say
honor
thank you
of
to
the
these people. Yeah,
donors and
exactly.
supporters, yeah.
So we can have a name on each block with somebody's name. But so that's what I'm doing individually anyway. But he wanted me to say a final word.
Now, but let me ask a question quick. Do you have a site for donation where people can go? Is there a
Not
site?
yet.
Not yet.
Not
It's
yet.
not
We were
built yet.
building our website.
Okay.
Everything got
Got on hold
frozen.
for now.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
we're building our website, and here we are. So we really don't have anywhere yet.
Okay.
We're trying to start a blog site also, and build on that to do the website.
Okay.
but everything got put on hold.
I think we should do that ASAP so that whenever we are here on the air, we
Yeah.
can advertise
Yeah.
that as a means.
Yeah.
You know, we do advertisement for other corporations and businesses as well.
Okay.
So that would be something I would definitely love to do, to
That would
advertise
be
for you
great.
every now and
That
then,
would be
where people
great.
can go on and just, you know,
Yeah.
your low $5
Yeah.
and just put in,
Put it
you know,
in.
just donate.
It will go a long way. Don't
Yeah.
say, well, I don't
Yeah.
have $5,000. That place they're trying to build $1 million place. I don't got $1 million. We don't need your $1 million, but every dollar will count.
Every dollar
And that's
counts.
all we're looking forward to, you know. So yeah, good point. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I'm working on that. Yeah. But final word. I must thank you all in the community for your support. Even though we cry about support, but your support still keeps the organization going. We are still an organization, we still have a leadership, we are still functional except for COVID-19 that held us down a little bit. We were looking forward to elections coming up for new leadership, executive leadership was coming up, and that's on hold right now. We're working on things to see if we can do this virtually,
Virtually, yeah.
because we don't know how long this
It's gonna
6
last.
feet apart and you know 10 people can meet and so forth. We don't know how long it's going to be, so we don't want to just hold on things. We're coming to the community again with some ideas and see if we can build on that to go through the leadership change. Thanks to our president, he served his first term. He got the organization started again on his footing as an organization with a leadership.
Yeah.
And he did his first 2 years. The second 2 years, in fact, he did not want to run. He did not campaign, but because of his work in the past 2 years, his name was written in on the ballot. And guess what? He was the only candidate with a write-in. There was no other presidential candidate but the guy whose name was written in.
Yeah.
And that's how he served
The second term.
his second term. Well, the Constitution requires only 2 terms.
Only 2 terms.
And so, even if the president wanted to run again, the Constitution does not
Will
allow him.
to, yeah.
That means we need new leadership. And so, I want to thank the president for getting this organization off the ground with his leadership. And a lot of stuff we're able to do through his leadership. We came up with Women's Day.
Yeah.
He said the ladies are the backbone of the community.
Yes.
Whatever you want to do in the community requires the ladies' effort,
Support, yeah.
their support. They have to do it. You say we'll have something in this location. They have to go and set up. They have to decorate. They have to cook. They have to serve.
Yeah.
And then they have to clean up the kitchen
You have to do everything.
afterwards.
Yeah.
So he felt that the ladies deserve a day of recognition,
Yeah.
which the board
Yeah,
unanimously
you couldn't object to it.
approved. And so we have Women's Day in the fall.
Yeah.
And we don't want to get rid of it. It becomes a part of our tradition that we must celebrate Women's Day. And then the women themselves plan their program and they come up with whatever it is they want to
Yeah.
present. And they decided to do educational presentations.
Activities, yeah.
So people come and talk on law enforcement, people come and talk on education, whatever it is that is set up is what goes on at that time, you know. And saying that we would like the young people to get involved. I mean, as much as we talk about people not coming, we would like the young people to get involved. I've been with this organization since '95. I came into this community in 1995. Then the organization was just a year old. At that time, they had just become LFI, Liberia First Incorporated.
Yeah.
You know, that was that, and then I became the treasurer. You know, and from there on to now, you know, the different roles that I played and so forth. I don't want to get through them.
Yeah.
I don't think the moderator has time for all that.
Right.
But we would like the young people to step forward. You will have our support. like I promised him, we're trying to set up an advisory council. And the advisory council will stand behind whatever leadership is there. You can always fall back on us. You can call on us to do a lot of different things. We'll be willing to do it because we want you to succeed and we want the community to succeed, to go to the next level that we just discussed. Let's do things to grow and get to the next level of things. As people, as a community, we need to grow. If we're not growing, if you have a child, what happens? The child does not always remember and remain an infant.
Infant now, he grows
Eventually
from
that
stage to
child
stage,
grows up
yeah.
to become a college grad.
Yeah.
Why would we just want to remain an infant?
Cannot.
You know, so,
Gotta
but you don't want the old people to always be in charge. We can be your advisors, we can be your guide, we can go on tasks for you, those things. So please, I'm appealing to the young people to come forward. Everyone says they don't have the time. Everybody says they don't have time. I work too,
Yeah.
and I have a family. But I make time because I love my community and I'm interested in seeing that the community can move forward.
Yeah.
That's why I do it, not because I don't have anything else to do. And we only meet once a month. Once a month. Meeting for how long? Hour and a half.
That one I have.
That's it. So it doesn't mean that you have to, it's a full-time job that you have to undertake. So please, I'm taking all this time to say, please, come forward. You can rest assured that we have your back. And I cannot say enough to you, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Technician in the back,
Yeah.
for what you all have undertaken to do. I was saying to someone that this is good. Don't lose sight of it.
Yeah.
Don't let it get polluted, contaminated
Yeah.
by other influences. I think it's well-meaning,
Yeah.
and I think you should keep it that way.
Well.
Same thing with the chat room. Every now and then you see me write something in there.
That's it.
Let's keep the
Following.
chat room clean.
Clean.
Let's keep it. Just not, please.
Yeah.
You will run other people, other meaningful people, other important people that you would like to
True.
have.
Yeah.
You run them out when
Yeah.
when things.
Contents are not
Yeah,
suitable for that. Yeah.
So that's why I keep looking at it and
I've been seeing the interactions.
I don't want to
yeah.
offend people because
Right.
I want them to bring their ideas
Yeah.
and thoughts, share whatever information. Some things I read I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
So I encourage that. But please, let's keep it clean. So
Let's
I'm
keep
saying the same thing to you.
We will.
It started clean. Let's keep it
We
clean.
will keep it clean.
And you have our support, sir.
We'll keep it clean.
Thank you, everybody, for having me, for listening, and hey, let's do more for ourselves.
On
It's
that
not
note,
for
we
everybody.
want to say big thanks for staying with us up to this time. I see more people still watching. Usually, I will see people dropping off, but I still maintain my audience. I want to say thanks to you for staying tuned. That was Mr. Dagba. I just want to say thanks again, Mr. Dagba, for honoring our invitations.
Sure.
I will talk to you behind the camera soon. Once again, I just want to say thanks again to Mr. Joseph, the man behind the camera. And good job, congratulations, Mr. Dagba. Congratulations. Please extend my congratulations to your wife as well.
I will.
If you are watching, I want to say big thanks to you for staying tuned. And that's our time for today. Stay blessed. I still remain to be your humble servant, Brother Jesse Cromer. Have a good night.